Believe it or not, but the best result arrived this evening. Serie A is open again. Serie A has never been that open. After 12 match days, only 2 points difference between the first one and the sixth one in Serie A. Napoli, Atalanta, Fiorentina, Inter, Lazio and Juve. Crazy. Nobody would be able to predict in matchday 1 that 12 games later we would have been there with 6 teams extremely close. I will comment a bit what I saw in Inter Napoli. We'll speak about a mini recap of what happened in Serie A, but ragazzi, that's beautiful. That was the best news to actually go into the international break, because international break is, we know it, extremely annoying. But if we win the Derby della Mole, beating Torino 2-0 after beating Udinese 2-0, keeping clean sheets, 9 clean sheets on 12. We didn't lose, and we are the only team in Serie A that never lost any game. And we are there reopening also thanks to the other ones, because they drew the Serie A, because we are at 2 points. Yes, it's true. When you're looking, we are 6th, but only at 2 points from the first one. It's beautiful. If when we come back from the international break, we are able to beat Milan, attenzione, attenzione. Can we start dreaming? Maybe it's too early. Maybe it's too early. Because we have a lot of teams in front of us, a lot of teams that are competing between each other. But what I saw also today, guys, there are some opportunities. I can tell you that the teams there, the 6 teams, they will have some ups, they will have some downs. And you know who will win the Serie A? The one that will fall the least. That's the team that will win the Serie A. Because all of them will have ups and downs. The one that is mentally, the one that will resist the most, he will win the Scudetto. Ragazzi, today I watch Inter Napoli. What about the feelings? It was extremely difficult. No, seriously, because Napoli scores the first goal of the game at the 23rd with McTominay, and I'm pissed off. I said, I don't want Napoli to win. I don't want De Laurentiis to go again with his huge, big ego, and again watching Antonio Conte saying, I am the best one in the world. I didn't want that. Then I said, you know what? I hope that Inter, and when I say I hope that I said, no. But on the other side, I don't want Napoli to win, so it was extremely difficult for me. Then Çalhanoğlu scores that goal, and I say, okay, you know what? Probably the best score is a draw. That it finished 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, 4-4, I don't care, but the draw is better. You know that meme? I hope that both teams lose. That was actually my spirit there, but it's impossible. So the fact that both of them, they lost 2 points today is the best result for us, for Juventini, but also for the other teams of Serie A. It was not a beautiful game. Honestly, a lot of technical mistakes that I saw today. I started seeing really 2 teams, 22 players, that understood that it was a tough game, that this was an important game, maybe getting into her head that it was already a decisive game, which it was not, because Serie A is extremely long. There are 38 games in total per team. But I saw some shaky players with a easy pass that they were missing. I didn't see the level of Inter. I didn't see the level of Antonio Conte team. It was not beautiful. It was not that entertaining, even if the goal of Çalhanoğlu is fantastic. Yeah? What a shot, what a shot, what a shot. And then, guys, today, you know, at a certain moment, penalty from Anguissa. There is Çalhanoğlu is taking the ball, kissing the ball, he's putting it there. My son is saying, you know, I don't believe in being superstitious. You know what he's doing? He's doing, you know what, I will do like that. Because if I don't watch a penalty, he will miss it. I said, he scored 19 on 19 with Inter in Serie A. 19 on 19. Do you really believe that he will miss because you are doing like that? He missed the penalty. He missed the penalty. Fantastic. No, that was really, really beautiful, beautiful moment. And that's how actually my son became superstitious today, the 10th of November 2024, before Inter Napoli. So I'm sure that he will never watch a penalty from Inter anymore in his life. Anyway, who cares about that? 1-1 is the best result. Serie A is crazy, ragazzi. It's crazy because I watched a lot of teams, and it's true that at the moment Napoli, they are not as solid than a few games ago. The difference is that a few games ago, even when they were not in the top form, they were able to win the games, which they are not at the moment. Inter is not the team of last year, even if I continue to consider them the favorite ones to win the Scudetto. They are not the same team as last year, maybe because they are thinking also, or checking actually too big. They are looking too big. They want to win it all. And when you want too much of the cake, well, sometimes it happens that you have nothing. We don't know. The ones that are really impressive are 3 teams. Hey, you see it in the ranking. If Napoli is at 26 alone, you have an Atalanta with 25 points. It's true, they already lost 3 games. So it's a team that is going with ups and downs, roller coaster. It's always like that. But Gasperini really believes in it. He really believes in it. 8 wins for them. Today again, the first half goes to Udinese. They deserve to lead 1-0, but then they come back. They have a strength. They have also a beautiful depth. They have a coach that gives continuity and is always able to reinvent the team. Impressive what Atalanta is doing. They are there. So pay attention to Atalanta, but then also to the big surprise, Fiorentina. Fiorentina with another surprise, the one that scored 0 goals last season. We are speaking about R. Moiskin. Yes, I'm speaking about R. Moiskin. Not because he's still a Juve player. He's not, but because we grew him up. I remember me when he was a kid, when he grew up from the youth academy, when I was saying Moise. And when he came back, unfortunately, didn't happen at Juve. It is what it is. I never doubted about the qualities of Moise. I doubted that he was able to do it at Juve. He changed Fiorentina, perfect match. Look at that. Hat-trick in Serie A today, with Fiorentina giving them actually the win, and they are there at 25, which means that they have one more point than Juve, with also ex-Juve coach, Palladino. He was player at Juve. Who knows, maybe in the far future, because he's also a really young coach, Palladino could sit on the Bianconeri bench. Let's see. And then you have a fourth team that is Inter, because Inter with the draw of today, they go at 25. Look, Napoli lost 2 games. Atalanta lost 3 games. Fiorentina won. Inter won. I already spoke about Inter. Lazio already lost 3 games, even if they have 25 points. They lost 3 games in Serie A. But at the moment, Lazio is probably the team that is the most informed. I believe, if I'm not wrong, that it's the 10th game with all competition together that they are winning. And there were some big teams there. The only team that they lost, I believe, in these 10 games, no, sorry, I misunderstood. There is one team that beat them in this streak of 10 games. It's Juve. Juve was the only team that was able to beat them. All the other games were wins by Lazio and Baroni. In forma today, again, they win against the Monza. It was tough, it was not easy, but they won 1-0 and they did the job. So they are there at 25, Juve 24. Ragazzi, we play against Milan that has 1 game in hand, but they have 18. Maximum they can go at 21. When they will recuperate the game, I don't even know when it will be. I believe it will be February. But we have a big opportunity when we come back from international break. We have the opportunity to beat Milan, not only to stay there and waiting what the other teams will do. Because when we will come back, well, Inter will play against Verona, Parma against Atalanta, you have a Fiorentina against Como, you have a Napoli-Roma, with probably a new coach back then because Juric has been dismissed, Lazio and Bologna. So you see that the teams that are at the moment there before, ahead of Juve, they will not play against each other. So they could possibly all continue with the 3 points. And that's why Juve, they need to continue to win, to stick there and see the first one that will lose, so that we can go and win some position. Because at the moment, Napoli is at +2, and they are the first. So don't look at first, second, third, fifth, sixth. Don't look that much at that. Look at one thing, -2 from the first one. If we continue to win, we stick there. And the first one that flops, we go ahead of them. And the second thing is that beating Milan, we create them a -6. If they win their game in hand, so you can really create the gap. And you can already cancel, nearly erase Milan from that top 4, which would be extremely, extremely important. Ragazzi, I enjoyed the Serie A weekend of today, especially knowing that from tomorrow is international break. With that draw, with the win of Juve, bravo. I will have 2 weeks with a huge big smile. Of course, that smile can become even bigger if at the end, well, we go over all these teams. It's a beautiful Serie A. I enjoy it. And I will tell you what, I will enjoy it even more at the end of the season, when we are first. That's where I will really enjoy it. Otherwise, of course, all the emotions that we are experiencing at the moment, well, they will be nullified. Ragazzi, put a maximum of like if you didn't yet. Continue to subscribe. Grazie, forza. Juve. Ciao.